Welcome to Mother Cluckers. My name is Debbie. Some roosters crow nonstop like they've got something to prove. Others barely make a sound. Maybe one or two crows a day and that's it. It makes you wonder, why the huge difference? A lot of it comes down to personality. Just like people, roosters have different temperaments. Some are bold, high energy, and vocal. Others are calm, quiet, and more laid back. That's just who they are. One rooster might see every leaf blowing in the wind as a reason to crow. Another might not be bothered unless something really big happens. Then there's age. Young roosters, especially those just finding their voice, tend to crow more. They're excited, they're experimenting. Sometimes it sounds more like a rusty door than a real crow, but they're trying to figure things out. As they get older, like the one you just saw, and more confident in their role, a lot of them settle down and crow less often. Pecking order plays a big role too. If you've got more than one rooster, you might notice that only the dominant one crows a lot. The others, the lower ranking roosters, may stay quieter. It's a survival instinct. In the wild, too much noise from a submissive male could lead to a fight or even being kicked out of the group, so they learn to keep their heads and voices down. Even environment matters. A rooster who lives alone with his hens might feel like he has to crow more to protect them, to claim, to call attention. But a rooster in a quiet space without much disruption might crow less because he doesn't feel the need. If your yard is peaceful and there are no competing roosters nearby, he may not feel challenged enough to sound off all day. Some roosters just don't crow that much because they're not under pressure. They feel secure. There's no threat, no rival, no reason to constantly announce themselves. They do their job quietly. They keep an eye on the flock. They follow their hens, but they don't need the spotlight. On the flip side, a rooster that crows constantly might be dealing with stress or overstimulation. Too much noise, too many people, predators in the area, or even being confined too tightly, all of that can trigger more crowing. It's his way of saying something's not right. Breed also plays a part. Some breeds are naturally more vocal than others. Leghorns and Rhode Island Reds, for example, are known to be louder. Breeds like Australopes or Brahmas tend to be more mellow, so if your rooster is quieter, it might just be in his DNA. There's also daylight to consider. Roosters crow based on their internal clock, which is tied to the sun. If your rooster is exposed to light late at night, like from a street lamp or a coop light, it might throw off his rhythm. Some crow more, others less, depending on how natural their day-night cycle feels. And sometimes it's just about how they were raised. A rooster that grew up in a calm, low-stress environment with gentle handling may develop into a quieter bird. One that was raised around constant crowing or chaos may be more reactive and vocal. So when one rooster crows all day long and another hardly says a word, there's usually no need to worry. It doesn't mean something's wrong, it just means they're different. Different personalities, different situations, different ways of doing the same job. Some guard the flock with their voice, others do it with their presence. And at the end of the day, they both care for their hens. They both watch the sky for hawks, they both warn of danger. One just happens to do it louder. Whether your rooster is loud and proud or calm and quiet, he's still doing his job the way nature designed him to. Some use their voices to lead while others lead in silence. It doesn't make one better than the other, just different. At the end of the day, they're all watching over the flock in their own unique way. If you have any roosters in your flock, what about your roosters? Is he a nonstop singer or the strong, silent type? Tell us in the comments below. As always, we thank you for watching and supporting our channel, and we'll see you next time.